Welcome back to Speaking with Intent. Today I want to talk about something that most people misunderstand. Composure. Not as a personality, not as a temperament, not as that's just how I am, but as a weapon. Because in high-stakes conversations, boardrooms, negotiations, conflict resolutions, public tension, the calmest nervous system in the room usually wins. And most people don't realize why. Let me start here. Escalation is rarely accidental. When someone interrupts you repeatedly, raises their voice, talks over you, speeds up the tempo of the room, that's not random. That is pressure. And pressure is often used strategically. If I can get you to react emotionally, I've moved you from strategic thinking to defensive thinking. Once you're defending, you're not leading. The moment your voice tightens, the moment you start over-explaining, the moment your pace accelerates, you've lost leverage. Not because your argument is weak, but because your nervous system signaled instability. Composure is not politeness. Composure is dominance through restraint. When you stay calm under pressure, you communicate 5 things instantly. Number 1, I'm not threatened. Number 2, I am not rushed. Number 3, I am not seeking approval. Number 4, I am not losing control. And number 5, I can afford to wait. The last one is critical. Powerful people can afford to wait. Think about it. In negotiations, who talks faster? The person who needs the deal more. Who fills silence? The person who fears losing the room. Who raises their voice? The person who feels their control slipping. Calm is a signal of surplus, and surplus is status. Let's go one level deeper. When someone escalates, say volume, speed, intensity, they're often operating from a sympathetic nervous system spike, adrenaline, urgency, fight or flight. If you match it, the room becomes survival-based. But if you lower your tone, slow your cadence, and reduce emotional leakage, you force their nervous system to recalibrate. People subconsciously mirror stability. The steady heart rate becomes an anchor. This is why seasoned negotiators slow down when tension rises. This is why experienced litigators pause before answering aggressive cross-examinations. They're not thinking slower, they're regulating the room, and that's control. Here's where many professionals go wrong. They think composure means silence. It doesn't. It means precision. You can be calm and direct. You can be calm and disagree firmly. You can be calm and say, I'm going to finish my thought. Without raising your volume, without hostility, without apology. Calm does not mean passive. Calm means contained, and containment signals strength. There's always a hierarchy in conversation. Not always formal, but psychological. The person who controls pace often controls perception. If someone tries to rush you, slow down. If someone speaks loudly, lower your voice slightly. And if someone interrupts, pause. Look at them, then continue. That pause is surgical. It says, I am not destabilized. Most people fear silence. Strategic people use it. Let me say something provocative. The fastest way to look smaller in a powerful room is to prove that you can be provoked. Once someone discovers your emotional trigger, they own the thermostat. And if they own the thermostat, they control the climate. Composure removes leverage. If I cannot move you emotionally, I cannot control you strategically. That is why composure is a weapon. It makes you difficult to manipulate. Some people say, I'm just passionate, or that's fine how I communicate. No, that's conditioning. Composure is trainable. It is a breath control, it is pacing, it is deliberate pauses, it is intentional tone. You rehearse this. You don't wait until conflict to discover whether you can regulate yourself. You practice slowing your speech by, say, 10%. You practice answering difficult questions without filler words. You practice holding silence without filling it. This discipline reads as authority. Next time you're challenged publicly, don't speed up, don't match intensity, don't defend immediately. Instead, pause, lower your tone, clarify the issue in one sentence, then respond directly. You will feel the power shift because most people expect reaction. They're prepared for defense. They're not prepared for calm. Here's what happens over time. When you consistently remain composed, people stop testing you. People stop interrupting you. People stop escalating around you because they learn something critical. You are not easily moved, and stable people become reference points. Reference points become leaders. Let me leave you with this. In high-stakes environment, the loudest person is rarely the strongest. The fastest speaker is rarely the most certain. The most animated person is rarely the most powerful. Power is often quiet, measured, deliberate, controlled. Composure is not passive. It is pressure absorbed without visible strain. And in a world addicted to reaction, that makes you dangerous. If this episode resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to understand this distinction. And remember, don't just communicate, regulate the room. I'll see you the next time. Speak with intent.